Hey folks, it's Sam talking about the potentially depressing week ahead here, September 2nd, 2024. I don't talk that much about things like being depressed or depression or difficulty like that, but this is definitely one of those weeks where we have some pretty heavy shifts coming, some pretty heavy transits, and so you want to check this out.
Please like the video. Clicking like helps a lot more than you know. It pushes the video higher in relevant video searches. Also, please leave a nice comment. Comments also help more than you know as it raises the video in searches. Many times with hundreds of likes, there are only a dozen comments and they can be disproportionately negative. So be positive. Let me know if you like this. Even just a few words really help. So subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of upcoming videos.
Yes, please do that, and thanks for all folks who have done that. And so I'm talking about the potential for sort of depression, difficulty this week. First of all, we have a new moon, and this new moon in Leo. When the moon is new, then the moon is very dark in the sky. And the moon gives us the feeling that we're alive. Pretty simple. It's like, what is the moon? Well, it's feeling. Okay, well, what's feeling? Emotions, right? Well, that's how we tend to experience it. And we want the emotions to be good ones, not difficult ones. And so the moon is where that lesson happens, right? So the lesson of feeling good about, again, being alive and whatnot comes from the moon. And when it's dark, we don't necessarily feel so good because we don't feel much of anything. It gets kind of depleted. We feel the depletion. So this is what's going on Monday. The moon is actually new, this new moon in Leo. And there's also a heavy Saturn aspecting the sun. Saturn is also the planet of like depression. The whole week, Saturn is crunching down on this retrograde aspect to the sun in Leo. So yes, the sun is in Leo. The sun is like, the king is on the throne, but Saturn is there going, yeah, but you ain't no king. You ain't got no power. And Saturn is putting the screws on him big time. So again, it's not necessarily bad. It really can focus our energy and whatnot. But I'm going to be I'm talking about this sort of feeling now, and the feeling is pretty heavy. So again, the moon is very dark here. It's also aspected by Saturn. This is on Monday. And then on Tuesday, again, now it's exactly opposite Saturn. But the other thing that's going on the whole week is Venus is now in its debilitated sign. So Venus debilitated, it's also joined Ketu, right? So Venus debilitated joined Ketu is also, and then the moon is going to join that, hits that later in the week, right? This is like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The moon hits that. By the way, Mars is also aspecting this as well. And you can see this Saturn aspect on the sun is still not exact. We don't get that exact Saturn aspect until over the weekend. Then Saturn is really crunching down on the sun. So I'm saying this because all those things that can make someone depressed, or if you have depression or a tendency toward those things, this week could be kind of intense and kind of heavy. I'm just making this sort of quick video about that. By the way, if you did want to get the full week forecast, I do have weekly forecasts. You can just click below the join button and register at the examiner level, $9.99, and you can get the full week forecast. It also includes other forecasts. But again, that's a very important thing that's happening this week. And as I went through the forecast, when I did the monthly forecast, which is also included at the $9.99 level, I also noticed that these first couple weeks of September, very heavy energy. And it's not always like that. By the way, I didn't even mention the fact that Mercury, at the very end of, Cancer, Mercury is now sort of still slogging his way through Cancer the first couple days of the week. Mars is also in Gemini. Again, nothing really feels that fun. The Mercury energy has got debilitated planets in it. Mars is there. That heavy retrograde cycle, first part of the week, Mercury is still in Cancer where we're quite emotional. And then Saturn is bearing down here. So again, the first part of this week, there's a lot of, capacity to be, to feel sort of depressed, to feel kind of low and sad. So again, if you do want to get some insight into that, I do have the forecast here, this autofocus camera, that you can get to get an overview of the whole week, and in fact the whole month. But again, I just wanted to make this sort of quick video and tell you about this, because it is a heavy capacity or high capacity to feel sort of depressed this week. And if you've been feeling that kind of underwater emotional feeling, again, because Mercury has been going retrograde, he's stopped in Cancer this week. Cancer, again, is this emotional story. So again, even the first few days this week, Mercury hangs out in that emotional story of Cancer. Not until the 4th does he actually go into Leo. So anyway, I wanted to make this quick video for everyone to let you know, to be aware of that, and to stay cool and stay calm this week, and connect with those spiritual practices, because regardless how you feel emotionally, that spiritual practice is always there and can connect to that deeper devotion.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.